the style was definitely to be aggressive and to put pressure on Amir, not let him rest. I don't think I took a backward step in the full 12 rounds, but we wanted to put the pressure on, impose my physical strength. I think I'm a lot stronger than people really know about, so we wanted to impose that early, and I felt that I was having great success, and especially early on, I felt that the pace was going to catch up to him, and the second half of the fight was going to be mine. I'm a competitor, and I'm a fighter, so of course, I feel that I won the fight. I felt great in there. I felt that I was in control a lot of the rounds. There was action because I was pressing. I felt like I landed the cleaner, harder shots. I felt like I buzzed him several times throughout the fight. It's one of those things. That when that final bell rang, I thought it was definitely my fight. But it was definitely disappointing. It was surprising too. But that happens sometimes. No disrespect to kickboxing. I'm not a kickboxer anymore. I'm a boxer, guys. I'm a world champion. The kickboxing thing, it was a part of my life. It was a career that I retired from years ago. I was a world champion there, but I'm a world champion boxer. Okay, I'm not a kickboxer turned boxer. That being said, I want to get right back to work. I love to train. The lifestyle down in Florida with John has been very fruitful, and I had fun at camp. I had fun tonight, so I want to get right back to work and keep improving. It's still improvement season. That's what I was saying after the Pacquiao fight. I got right back in the gym. It's only going up from here. I guess that's up to you guys. I'm happy where we're at. I'm not happy with the decision tonight, but it is what it is. Like I said, I got to go back and watch the fight and score it myself and move forward from here. But I'm looking forward to the future, and to keep learning and keep developing as a fighter. Guys, this is my 22nd pro fight, 22nd boxing fight. So the curve has been quick because I'm willing to fight the best out there. So I just got to keep learning, keep getting better, and it's going to be a fun ride.
Do you want Virgil here? Shall I start? Virgil, you're not here. Hi everyone. So yeah, the fight's over with. It was a long training camp, 14 weeks in camp, and I have a lot of respect for Chris Algieri come to fight. I mean, you can see in someone's eye, when they want to win, and I think he showed that he wanted to win. I mean, he kept pushing, kept coming forward. I was catching him some good shots, but he was giving me back some shots as well. Obviously, as every fight, you want to work on your mistakes and stuff, and the last two fights were against southpaw fighters, so obviously going back to an orthodox guy, and this is going to only give me confidence to work on my mistakes and come back stronger from it. But I have to just say the crowd here in New York were amazing. The Barclays Center were great with us, and I'd love to be back here one day. But I'm happy with the way things have gone here in New York. Everyone was great, and it was a tough fight, and that's what people want to see. People want to see us in tough fights, and they want to see us in exciting fights, and I'm sure the crowd were happy with it because they were cheering very loud. But there are still room of improvement. I'm getting better as I'm getting older. I'm getting wiser. Virgil, my trainer, he's we had a little chat just before the press conference. Obviously, he's told me a few things I needed to do and I should have done. And we didn't really expect Chris Algieri to come forward like he did. We thought he was going to be on his back foot, so that way we can start putting the pressure on him and breaking him down. But obviously, he showed a lot of heart in there and took some good shots and kept coming back, and he was standing there and was moving forward. So, but yeah, overall it was. I'm happy with the way things have gone. I'm going to go home and rest now. It's been a long camp, being away from the family a long time. Sometimes you just want to chill and just get away from boxing for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then I'll go back in the gym and start training again. Thank you. I mean, style makes fights. Styles make fights, and obviously Chris Algieri had a style which was, very tough for me to beat. Obviously, he was very long and very slick at times. But I'm gonna go back home and want to watch the video and just see exactly how the fight went, and just I can answer that.
in that fight?
I mean, Dan, it's just one of them things that I've been chasing it a long time, and when you chase a fight, sometimes it's very hard to focus on who you have in front of you, and then you've got everyone saying that Chris Algieri was going to be a walk in the park, and I'm very happy I didn't take this fight so lightly, because obviously I might have got beaten if I did. So then that dream for me would have been gone against Floyd. So I'm just gonna, obviously let my advisor Al Heyman, my team, decide what's next for me. If it's not Floyd Mayweather, there's options there, but obviously I'd love to have that Floyd Mayweather fight. I really still believe that styles make fights, and Floyd just has that style that will suit me. So let's just see. I mean, I'm going to give it a week or two. I'm sure, my team are going to be onto it, my lawyer and everyone. I'm going to just leave it to them, really. I'm just going to take a nice little break and see where we go from here. But I think, with the last 3-4 fights at 147, well, 3 fights at 147, that's what Floyd wanting to see. He said, look, Amir, prove yourself at 147, have some fights at 147, then, we'll see if we get the fight done. I mean, I think I've proven myself, and who else is there out there for Floyd? I mean, nobody. So nowhere to hide, really. I mean, I think we have answered probably all the questions, and people want to see something different in a fight, with Floyd. Obviously, Manny Pacquiao didn't really show what we thought he was going to show in that fight, but I think I do know exactly what to do in that fight against Floyd. Obviously, he's a very technical fighter, a very skillful fighter, but I've just known for a long time that a style like that would definitely suit me. I did get caught at times, obviously, changing up a little bit. Obviously, we had to change up in the corner while we was in the corner, and knowing that Chris was going to come forward and be a little bit more game, we had to change up a few things. But yeah, I got caught with a few shots, and I think that shows that my cornermen were good, because then Virgil, when I went in the corner, Virgil told me off and said, look, it's not going your way. The way you're fighting it, you're giving it away in a way. So it made me reset, and with the instructions from Virgil Hunter, I went there and I just did what I had to do, and so it shows and proves to me that having someone like Virgil in the corner will definitely make a massive difference in my career, and it is making a difference. I mean, first of all, where does Floyd go from here? And on top of that, he wants to fight in September. I'm okay to fight in September, because Ramadan is gonna be a little earlier this year. But I'm just gonna leave it to my team. I'm not gonna, let it get to me in any way. If that fight happens, I'm one guy who wants that fight. I'm gonna be ready for it, and I am going to be a different fighter in that fight. And obviously, when you have a bigger picture in front of you, I mean, you have to remember, I've had a lot of pressure on me from a lot in most of my fights. That's because they've always dangled that carrot, saying Mayweather's next. And obviously, sometimes, as a young fighter, you're gonna look ahead and think, okay, I need to win this fight. So there is going to be pressure on you, thinking that next fight could be Floyd Mayweather. So sometimes that can. It can make you perform well, or it can make you perform bad, depending on your opponent. But I think I've dealt with that pressure for a long time now. I think it should happen now. Obviously, I've shown that I'm coming from all this pressure from Mayweather's team and everyone around the world who said, yeah, you should fight him next. How can I keep focused on someone like Algieri when everyone was saying that he's not really a good fight for me? I mean, it's like walk in the park, and I knew it was going to be tough, and everyone was putting him down, saying, why are you fighting him when you got someone if you want to fight someone like Floyd Mayweather? But I have to keep myself busy. I'm a young fighter. I have to keep myself busy and keep taking over. If I don't, then I'm just going to stall, like when I took that year out waiting for Floyd Mayweather. So I think I've answered all the questions I have to. I've had all the fights, all the tough fights, the Clausos, the Alexanders, now this fight. I mean, I think it's time now where the Mayweather fight is going to have to happen. I didn't watch much when I beat Devin Alexander. It was a whitewash, it was so easy to win that fight. I didn't go back home and watch that fight because it seemed to me I did everything easy. But in this fight, obviously, I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board and work on my techniques and think, I did a lot of things wrong, and I need to definitely improve myself. So it's only going to make me a better fighter. So these fights are the ones that you do learn from a lot.